Vice President, Mr. Dario Scannapieco, Vice President of the European Investment Bank, Deputy Secretary General of the Union of the Mediterranean, Mr. Mazen Ghanem, Minister of Water Palestinian Authority, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to Jordan on this occasion of holding the EIB Med Conference for 2018, which we hold under the title, Improving Lives and Creating New Opportunities, in the context of EIB's Economic Resilience Initiative. Jordan is honored to be the place of the EIB conference this year, and I would like to sincerely thank the EIB management and staff for choosing Jordan and for the outstanding efforts in organizing this event. Today's conference brings together leaders and experts from the region to discuss what works and what investors can make and how investors can make an impact, social impact and economic impact. In particular, it will focus on two of the most vital needs of the regions today, which is water and jobs. This is within the context of EIB's Economic Resilience Initiative, which aims to support the Southern Neighborhood and Western Balkans, and aims to increase high-impact investments that help foster entrepreneurship, strengthen social cohesion, and boost climate action, thus enhancing prospects for resilient and inclusive growth. Therefore, our meeting today cannot come at a more opportune time for both the region and for Jordan. For that, we are grateful. Let me start with the significance of this meeting for our region. As you all know, we continue to face massive challenges: forced migrations, sluggish economic growth, high youth unemployment, in addition to climate change, which is impacting several sectors, especially water and agriculture. The MENA region have been hit hard by conflict, resulting in huge influx of refugees and closure of previously stable, productive trade routes and markets. Yet our region also has potential for increasing growth prospects. Therefore, unlocking further growth potential is a pressing priority. In this context, we are in a real need to enhance the sphere of our regional cooperation and integration and partnerships. Our intra-trade and investment can be scaled up. Removal of barriers to trade and further triggering the trade and investment agreements would undoubtedly contribute to this end. Basically, connectivity in our region can be improved, and in many sectors, such as energy, power, transportation, telecommunication, infrastructure, etc. Now, allow me to focus a little bit on the significance of this meeting for Jordan. As you know, we are a new government. After the people spoke against a new income tax law. Therefore, improving citizens' lives and creating new opportunities, the title of the current meeting, is actually what is on the new government's agenda today. So this could have not been better time. Jordan has been heaving under the burden of refugees. 8 years into the Syrian crisis, the estimated direct cost is about an average of 1.5 billion annually. This means 4% of our annual GDP and 16% of government annual revenues. Yet I am proud to say that Jordan has been able to provide refugees with a dignified life. And we stay committed to upholding international human rights principles related to refugees. Nevertheless, Jordan has been demonstrating resilience in a very difficult regional setting. The country has been growing at 1/3 of what it used to grow pre-crisis levels, in addition to high debt levels and increasing unemployment. Today, we are facing 18% unemployment rate, higher than the last decade. For young men, this is 31%, and for young women, it is as much as 57%. So I hope also in all our work we will look at the gender dimensions of unemployment. And this high unemployment rate is despite the very high immigration rate of young people, which amounts to a brain drain. Despite these challenges, Jordan is committed to pursue a comprehensive and participatory reform agenda, enhance resilience and transform challenges into opportunities, while recognizing that an environment conducive to investment is essential for sustainable and long-term growth. Our focus now is to get the economy back on track for growth and inclusion. To this end, we have the Economic Growth Plan 2018 to 2022, which represents a roadmap to double the rate of growth and to much greater role for the private sector through the implementation of projects that form public-private partnerships in infrastructure and which would increase employment opportunities. Now, Jordan's relations with the EIB goes as far back as 1978. It is a 40th birthday. Our relations are further formally underpinned by the framework agreement dating back to 1997. The two sides since then have achieved key milestones in this joint cooperation. In this context, the bank's financial and technical support extended to Jordan from different instruments and windows over the years have assisted in the implementation of high-priority development and investment projects in infrastructure, water, and other sectors. And I'll just name a few: Amman Ring Road, South-North Water Conveyor Project, the DISE project, NEPCO Green Corridor, Wadi Al-Arab Water System, the Red Dead project, and so on and so forth, just naming a few of the critical projects that have been jointly implemented. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the regional and national challenges, I do see a huge potential investment in large projects in the Med region, which would open mutual cooperation and build strategic partnerships in the different sectors of common interest and based on mutual benefits for all those concerned. Going back to the title of today's meeting, we have no option but to work together to improve lives and create new opportunities. We simply need to intensify our efforts and strengthen our partnerships. The situation calls for stronger collaboration among private sector, financiers, multilateral development banks, governments, and others, especially with regards to large-scale complex projects that no single financing institution can meet. And in this context, I see a key role for both the European Investment Bank and the Union for the Mediterranean. We continue to perceive the Union for the Mediterranean as an important platform offering prospects for policy, dialogue, and drawing up regional projects and initiatives for strategic significance in the context of priority areas identified in the Paris Summit Declaration of 2008. Also, some of our countries have excellent cooperation with the EIB sisters, such as the EBRD. Indeed, the Economic Resilience Initiative is a true response to emerging challenges. As some of you recall, and Dr. Kawar is among us today, we have already launched on 28 March of this year the EU External Investment Plan, EIP, which represents, together with the Economic Resilience Initiative, innovative instruments that would contribute to respond to shifting needs of countries affected by crisis through offering concessional financing of loans, grants, and technical assistance. I learned from EIB that 2018 will be the year where the first concrete projects in the southern Mediterranean regions will be financed under the Economic Resilience Initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank the EIB for their support and continued engagement, and to acknowledge their assistance in the rollout of expertise for sustainable projects to support significant investments in different sectors, which all have a social impact on the lives of people. So let me seize this occasion to express my congratulations also to the Secretary General of the Union of the Mediterranean for assuming his position at the Secretariat of the Union, and it's represented today by the Deputy. I hope that the interactions of this conference will be fruitful and enriching for all. And for my part, I commit to take any outcome recommendations further and strengthen collaboration and partnership. Thank you very much.